For now, right now, let's toss over to Lauren and to Roberts, our two meteorologists in right now, and Tim Deegan's there as well. And the 11 o'clock advisory, what is the big news there from that?
Still got a tropical storm that has 65-mile-per-hour sustained winds. Hurricane hunters have been making several fixes inside the storm, giving us plenty of excellent data. Also still making that northerly direction, all right, up toward the Steinhatchee Horseshoe Beach area and the Big Bend of Florida, specifically Taylor County. Minimum central pressure sits at 999 still. Now, once this moves onshore officially, it will begin to weaken significantly, all right? And that is good news, at least for our southeast Georgia counties, as that core is moving out just to the west of Waycross Blackshear. We will likely watch that tropical storm warning, or at least the tropical storm force winds, a much lower probability of that than per se we will see out toward the Suwannee River Valley, all right? But still moving toward the north at 14 miles per hour. The center kind of making a couple wobbles here and there, but will begin to eventually make that northeast and eventually that more easterly trek later on as we head into the next 36 hours or so. But for now, again, it is making landfall. The National Hurricane Center, even with this 11 o'clock advisory, not saying that it is officially made landfall. They likely would have a special statement between now and that 2 o'clock hour. I would expect landfall by midday, though. It is really just right there as it continues to move on shore between Cedar Key and the Steinhatchee area. You can see a lot of the rain also onshore with this satellite and radar imagery. There is some lightning still in the core of this system as it continues to swirl onshore, and we can see it's not really organized, right? It's a very lopsided system. That shear has been doing its job, limiting the intensity of Elsa. Now, if you're curious what we're going to see here in downtown or just across Duval, those rains are picking up on the western portion of the county, and I would anticipate the heavier rains to continue to stay really west of the river, at least in the next hour or so. You can see western clay is getting pounded, so the Blanding area as well, Middleburg, just to the west of you, we're seeing the heaviest of the rains, but still Black Creek picking up some good showers and storms right now out toward McClenny and I-10. Remember, that's another spot we were watching along the St. Mary's River, and so we will continue to monitor those river levels, but for now we don't have any reports of flooding per se into the weather center at this point. We do have reports though of some tree damage across the area, specifically Columbia County, where a tree fell onto a home, unfortunately, with an EF0 tornado reported. Remember, that's 65 to 85 mile per hour wind gusts. If we look at our local radar here in Jacksonville, one thing I'll be watching, remember we've got that tornado watch in effect until 1 o'clock as well. This line that's up into southeast Georgia, pretty much from the Woodbine area up into the Waycross area, it does have a little bit of rotation possibly with it, and so our National Weather Service pals in Jacksonville watching it as well. So if we were to see any warnings come out of it, I'd likely be up again between Woodbine and the Waycross area in the next 30 minutes or so. Tropical storm Elsa continues to quickly push up toward the north, though. It'll eventually make that northeasterly turn later today, and it will weaken as it moves across the southeast, pushing out of Georgia as we are heading into Thursday. If we look at our First Coast News Weather Watchers Facebook page, they are just coming in with a bunch of great pictures and videos. If you're not a part of that, you can go ahead and join as well. But again, the latest from the National Hurricane Center, still keeping Elsa at a 65 mile per hour sustained winds. That is a tropical storm, and for us here at home, we're really seeing the impacts now. Things are going to start to pick up most of our heavy rain west of Highway 301 throughout the day.